Okay, my name's Matt Coffey. I'm the owner of an agency. We've been around for 10 years. I have 3 different brands. I have Customer Bloom, which is a general agency. I have Practice Bloom, which is a medical based agency. And I have Profit Engines, which is a white label agency. So I'm running these 3 companies. We're close to 1 point, probably end up around 1.75 or so million for this for 2022. What you're going to hear is just the day-to-day components of a general agency that's out there, that is out there making money, doing things. Just so we can right size this. This is for people who are interested in learning more about the industry, maybe becoming an agency owner, or maybe learning from my experiences. So we're just going to go through the day in the life. I'm going to do a lot of these videos going forward, just so you can get an idea of what happens in the day-to-day. So today we hired our first appointment setter for our sales group. I don't actually have a sales team. I have myself, and now I have an assistant who is now going to be setting appointments for me based off of our leads coming through. So one of the things that you'll find out when you start to do leads, or if you are doing leads for your agency, is that they can kind of compound. Now, there's a lot of circumstantial evidence around the fact that Facebook is a different breed these days. You have to be very careful about what you're doing. But if you manage the topic properly, you should be able to produce leads very efficiently. And we're doing that. In fact, I'm going to do a screen share and show you what we're doing. So without further ado, let's get right into that. So if you're interested in this, you might have a little bit of dialogue to talk about. So let's look at this. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to go into what's happening in our leads. So we have a campaign running, and we can see this blue ad seemed to have won the campaign. We are running, I have a budget of $300. It's never really even come close to that. It's probably more like $100 every week or so, or every 2 weeks. We are getting leads on Facebook for $18.82 per lead, for leads coming to see us about our niche, in our medical niche. And we spent, again, about $1,000. So we're getting about 20 bucks a lead, and we're getting leads to fill up my calendar with that particular ad. So just FYI, I think that's a pretty reasonable cost per lead. Out of these leads that we have, there are probably 2 or 3 that we've closed so far, and at least 3 or 4 that we're working on. I will tell you, Facebook leads are very, very iffy. You know, our best leads come from SEO, and they come from just in general referrals. All leads coming from these other sources that are just direct drive leads have to be really sold. There are a lot of people in the market now, and don't let anybody fool you that this is easy. In fact, I had a closed sale today from one of the leads I spoke with. They said, great, sounds good, send over the contract, we're gonna get started. I got a call about an hour later saying, oh, my partner already signed up with somebody. Now that happens from time to time when partners don't speak to each other. However, they're very nice, and they said, you know, look, it's not, we like you very much, and if it doesn't work out, whatever, we'll work with you. And I asked them who they're working with, and we'll see what happens. I'd love to see who actually they did choose, or if it was just really a response based off of just a knee-jerk that they didn't actually want to close. It's difficult to say, but this has happened to me before, because there are so many entrants in the market right now, and we need to be careful about how we impact our discussions. So I'm going to be careful about crossing the chasm of calling somebody out. It's more important to just move on to the next client. Just to take a look at my calendar so you can sort of see what my day looks like for tomorrow. I'm just going to give you an idea of what a calendar should look like if you're out here doing prospecting. And we can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 leads tomorrow to work on. So again, these are the things that maybe are of interest to you, that would be kind of, I think, as if you're into the industry, or you're trying to start to think about owning an agency. These are just day-to-day stuff. So besides hiring the salesperson today, we started to talk about or the sales appointment center, how do we fix our call center? We also have a pretty dedicated set of customers, obviously being around for quite a while. We have now have customers who want to use us to set their appointments. The only thing with the call center is you have to realize that you can burn people out in the call center pretty quickly. And our real challenge has always been, hey, how do we get the call center people to really come up to speed, get onto the calls quickly, so that when our clients have clients, that we book them immediately into their calendar. So we are now looking at augmenting our call center, which consists of 2 people right now, and we're going to be adding another 2 people in. And so that those 2 people who are managing probably about 30 accounts, they split them, but they work together. We're going to try and get now 2 more people to get started underneath them that can get to the calls faster. They're handling about roughly 10 to 15 leads a day per call center rep. And we really want to plan for the future, and we want to actually get some advice from some of our clients on how they want to manage the patient flow. So we're going to be asking our clients as well, like, what would you like to see if we were to build out like a really cool call center? And I think a lot of them just want more efficiency, meaning they want a better process so that they can see what's happening underneath the hood. And because we're using Go High Level and we're using sort of a centralized system, they see parts of it. But I believe that most of the time when people are confused or they're upset is they're not actually getting more like day-to-day activity. And I think setting up some basic parameters around reporting and having our top 2 call center people be able to figure out the best way to get those systems in place will cause a lot more positive impact for our clients, because they'll feel that they're being responsibly taken care of. And that's really what clients want. They want trust. They understand ups and downs. They know there's good days, bad days. They know that we're trying for them, and they just need to see it in the background. So the last thing that happened today, which is I think of interest, and maybe you could see this as something that would be on your radar screen, is we are talking, we have a lot of white label services now, and we have white label clients, and we're starting to expand our white label process. So we're starting to sell to other agencies. And the one thing that we've noticed with other agencies is that they come in different flavors. They come in sort of as newbies or more specific, like they've gotten up the path a little bit. And then there's more traditional sort of mainstream, just trying to find an outlet to get stuff done. And we're trying to build a very well articulated training system. And so today was the first day I looked into trying to categorize the training categories that we want, meaning that we want to have training that talks about marketing, the strategies of marketing, how to go after clients, how to explain stuff, how to really be understandable especially if you're a newbie, to go in and really have a very good, in fact, I've written a book on this, and that's going to be part of it. And then training on the systems and structures, such as like Go High Level. And then, what I think is important for a lot of maybe people who are just trying to understand how we process orders is understanding and getting a training on how our systems work and how we can help process the orders faster. So this is the first of many that are coming of the day in the life of a agency. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next episode.